So TikTok has been around for several years, but it's only been in the past 1 or 2 years that it has really been a great place for authors to go to market their books. With book talkers and other influencers going to the app to talk about books that they're reading and to share books that they love, it has really become an amazing place for authors to connect with readers. But is that where you need to be? And how should authors actually use TikTok to market their books? So if you've ever asked yourself that question, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Jen Hanson-dePaula, and I am the co-founder of Mixtus Media. And this channel is here to empower and educate authors and writers, whether you're fiction or nonfiction, if you're published traditionally, or if you're self-published. This is the place to be to learn about book marketing and social media. And I am really good at helping authors simplify their book marketing so it's not overwhelming and helping you connect with your readers online. So if this sounds good to you, be sure to hit like and subscribe. I share new videos every Friday. And be sure to click the link below to download my free streamlined book marketing guide. It is my free download and gift to you to help you get started with your book marketing. So let's get started. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh no, do I have to start a TikTok account now? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that even thinking about or even considering it to see if that is where your ideal readers are already hanging out, it might be something to consider. But I am not advocating that every author and writer should go to TikTok to form an account and start from scratch. But what I am saying is that it is something to be considered because there are so many readers that are hanging out on TikTok. And so what I wanted to do is to outline some key steps that you can do to start putting your feet in the water just to kind of test things out and how you can get started on the right foot. So step number one is to observe first. And this applies to any social media outlet because you wouldn't use Instagram like you would Facebook. You wouldn't use Twitter like you'd use Instagram. So you can't go into TikTok assuming that it's the same as Instagram, for example. So what you want to do is to go in and really get the lay of the land, get the feel for what kind of videos people are sharing and seeing what types of sounds they use and really start to take note of the overall feeling that TikTok shares. And so going in and observing is the first step. And step number two is to observe and really educate yourself on how TikTok functions. Now, it is different from Instagram, even though Instagram has Reels, which are similar to TikTok's. TikTok is only video, so you don't have all of the other tools that you might have with Instagram. And so really going in and seeing how the mechanics of TikTok works. You can record some TikToks to kind of get a feel for how things work and not post them, but it's a good thing to go in there and just kind of play around with it and see the functionality before you jump in headfirst. And the third step is to optimize your bio. Now, this goes across the board for all social media outlets. And what this means is that you want to make sure that when people visit your profile, that they know exactly what kind of content you are creating and what information you're sharing. So if you're a romance novelist, if you are a lawyer that is sharing tips on how other lawyers can pass a bar exam, if you're doing all, like some sort of educational, informational posts, you want to be able to share that and to let people know what they can expect from you. And you also want to make sure that you have a link that goes directly to your website or to a landing page so that people have someplace to go once they see your profile and they check you out. You never want people to just live on social media, especially on TikTok and Instagram and all the other places that you might be. You want to drive them to your website to learn more about you and your books. And you also want them to ultimately sign up for your newsletter. So optimize your bio. And the fourth step is to not use TikTok to just promote your book. This goes again across the board on all social media outlets, but when we use TikTok and social media as just a blasting promotional tool, it's not going to get the results that you want or need. What you want to do is to use TikTok as a way to connect with people. Connect with them on things that you have in common, on similar books that you love to read, with other hobbies and interests that you have. You want to connect with people as humans to get them to know and like and trust you, and then so that they want to go to your bio and to read more about you and to ultimately follow you. Yes, you can let people know that you have a book available, but you don't always want to go in for the hard sell right away. That's a big turnoff. So use TikTok to really start to build awareness and to build those connections. Social media is not a great place to sell. It's a great place to connect. And step number 5 is don't overthink your videos. I know many of us are perfectionists and we want it to be just right, or we might think that it has to be perfect before we can post it. And honestly, that's one of the great things about TikTok is that they love authenticity. They love seeing people as they really are. And it's a really great community of people who are really open to, seeing the messes and the struggles and all that stuff. So don't feel like you have to get it perfect. Don't overthink it. Just put some content out there to see what sticks and start to get that ball rolling. Because when you get feedback and when you get a response on things that people will like or that they don't like, you'll get a better feel for what other content in the future to create. And step number 6, share your TikToks to Instagram. This is a great way to work smarter and not harder because there is an app, it's called snaptik.app, where you can download your TikToks to remove the watermark and to upload them to Instagram. So you can create TikToks and, be regularly sharing information there. And you can also share it as Reels on Instagram. Now, here's a quick tip. If you do share videos that are longer than 60 seconds, you can still download them and upload them to Instagram, but it will need to go in as a regular post because with Reels right now, you only have 60 seconds for your Reels. So you would need to upload it as a regular video if it goes longer than 60 seconds. So those are my 6 quick tips on how to actually get started with building an audience on TikTok as an author. Now, again, don't feel like you have to be there. Really understanding what readers are hanging out mostly on TikTok. So I do know that young adult fiction books and romance, all the different subgenres of romance, those are the most popular genres that are on TikTok. And educational content works really, really well on TikTok as well. So if that is something that you write about, if it's something that you're considering writing about, take a look and see what other authors are having success on TikTok. You can really begin to see if that audience is there, if those readers are hanging out there, and if it's something that you might need to consider. But most importantly, if you feel like you have found your community and found your people on a different outlet, don't feel pressured to get onto the latest social media trends because honestly, even though TikTok is really popular right now, it's not always going to be. There's going to be other social media outlets out there. So what I would encourage you to do is to really foster community where you are finding your people, where you feel comfortable, and to just kind of educate yourself and to see what other options are out there. It doesn't mean that you have to dive headfirst into it right away. So if you have questions about TikTok or are considering it and just aren't sure, let me know in the comments. I would love to talk with you about this and get your feedback. And as always, be sure to leave questions of book marketing and social media in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to hit like and subscribe. I share new videos every Friday. And again, download my free Streamline Book Marketing Guide. It's going to help you get started with your book marketing and help you get on track. So I'll see you next time.